So this is the best I could do for a disguise. And I left my mom's house long before that woman, I was long past, out of that park before that woman would even be in the office, okay? But did I bump into people walking? Yeah. I'll bump into people even if I leave probably at 6 in the morning. It's impossible for someone that looks like me to go incognito. They know me around there. So if Marion has spies, she has spies. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do? I didn't even smile at two women I kind of knew. Why am I going to smile at them? I don't know who's a spy and who's not a spy, and I'm not in the mood to smile because this is a fucking joke. So let me let you guys in on a little secret, okay? Let me let you guys in on a little secret here. I don't even care if people see me either. I know exactly how Marion does this. I know her modus operandi. Remember, I've been doing organic, non-GMO, healthy vitamins, especially those 3+ months at Joe's, but for the past 9 months until I wound up in that shithole, okay? The shelter, okay? Which isn't as bad as the shelter I stayed in for one night in LA, believe me, okay? I know what Marion does. I know exactly what she does. It's all for my mother's own good. She behaves as if I'm like the Requiem for a Dream guy, where, he takes advantage of his mother, steals her TV right out from under her, and your mom, you love me, I need it for drugs. Marion touts herself as protecting my mother from me. If I'm there, it's because I coerced my mother into having me there, not because she actually loves me and feels bad for me being in that shelter and feels bad for me that my back could wind up going out on me, and the bulging disc could come back in the agony, and before there was hell being in that shelter and having to leave every day when I'm in agony. It was fucking pure hell, okay? No, that's what Marion does. So she could have spies. She could have people, she says, if you see Laura around, even the damn social worker, every time she talks to my mom, Laura's not there, is she? I wouldn't want you to lose your housing or anything. Just falling for Marion's lies, hook, line, and sinker. There's no restraining order. There's no proof that I did anything illegal. Marion hasn't gone to court. Marion's not even court appointed. She's not even my mother's guardian. Okay? This is all just bullshit. You have to understand that woman who runs this park, okay, she knew me from 2009. She's too ignorant to understand that I have been dealing with my mother's illness my entire life, okay? My mother's illness, dealing with her schizophrenia, has caused me 100% to become more mentally ill than I normally would be, than I would otherwise be under normal conditions if I was raised normally, okay? Think about it. The abusive alcoholic that was in our lives from age 4 to 12 that she brought into my life when I was age 4. I don't remember the earlier years, but the older years, who knows what happened in the early years. I do know that most of the time he would call first. Unlike a lot of abusers, he would call first and tell my mother over the phone exactly what he was going to do to us when he got home. So, did we wait around for it? No, we ran away. We ran to the street. We ran through the woods. We ran away and called her friend and wound up staying over her friends, and that was my life, okay, all the time. Did it happen on school nights? I'm sure it did. I remember one time he didn't call and he was throwing things at her in the apartment, throwing fruit at her, calling her a worthless piece of shit and all this crap. I was 9. And then at one point we were running down, I think we got away that night, and she and I were running down the street away from him. But she was never going to press charges or anything, and he was always sorry, and he never was one of those who got her broken arms and nearly dead or all that crap, He just treated her like shit, and I witnessed it. He didn't do anything to me. I have no idea why. All I know, he didn't touch me sexually. As far as I know, I told you he French kissed me when I was 9, and that's all I remember. But there's a lot I've blocked out. There's a lot I don't remember. What I'm saying is, the woman in the front office is ignorant, okay? She says, what I did in 2009, it's not illegal, but it's, quote, crazy, unquote, and it was all for Marion's benefit. That's what people don't get. Marion she's gone too far this time. I know what she says to people. I know. Even my mom's friend who I couldn't stand said, you're not strong enough. She said this in 2012 when I had to go into that. You're not strong enough to fight Marion. She's going to cry and just say, oh, I just want to protect my sister. I just love her so much. And her daughter takes financial advantage of her. She knew. She's mentally ill. She's bipolar and she drives me nuts. I can't be friends with her. She just drives me absolutely nuts. But she knew. You're not strong enough to fight Marion. And as it turns turns out she was right, because anything I say to Marion, she laughs at. I thought she'd be laughs at. You know, the cat's out of the bag. My mom told her social worker, told her psychologist, she wants to get a lawyer. She doesn't want and now Marion got her proof because my mom got sick. It's all Laura's fault. Samantha would have never come up with any of this on her own, and Samantha does not want her daughter there with her. Her daughter's forcing her. She's not strong enough to fight her daughter. I know your fucking modus operandi, Marion, if you're ever fucking watching this, okay? I'm not an idiot. I have problems dealing with reality, but I'm not an idiot, okay? And I'm telling people, you're not getting away with this in secret, okay? But meanwhile, I told my mom, I'm not going to leave the library tonight. I'm going to call and see if everything went okay, because you don't know if Marion has spies. That's the problem. The woman right across from my mother reported me in 2009, and all I had done was ask to use her phone because Marion had shut the phone off on me. Remember, in 2009, Marion wanted me out of my mom's house. My mom from that house was begging me to stay. I just wanted to stay to make sure she was safely out of the mental hospital, and then I was going to go home. No, Marion didn't believe that. Marion thought, you're only there to get more money out of your mom, more money out of your mom, and that's what she tells everyone, okay? Remember, Marion never tells the whole story. Marion certainly doesn't have any compassion or empathy for the fact that I was in a fucking abusive relationship for 11 years, okay? Total. You know? She doesn't have any empathy, any compassion. She says whatever she wants to say. And yeah, in 2009, I hung pictures of myself on my mother's front door of me scantily clad, and I left notes for Marion because she was a fucking bitch. She turned the electricity off on me ultimately, and I was in the dark for 3 days. I was not going to leave until my mother was safely out of the hospital, period. Okay? Wasn't going to do it, and no one could force me, but Marion tried to force me. So they don't understand that the notes that I leave are for Marion's benefit because she's a fucking bitch, okay? She's a lying piece of shit, okay? That's what Joe called her. She's a piece of shit, Laura. She wants you to confront her. She wants to be put in her place. She's a friggin' bully, okay? She's a fucking piece of lying shit. And I would be far less mentally ill were it not for all this shit I've been through in my life, even now as an adult with my aunt and my mother and this ridiculous control and all these lies and whatnot, okay? I was fairly normal when I was living with Joe all those months, those 3+ months, and he would back me up on that 100%, or he wouldn't have let me stay the extra month if I was driving him absolutely up a wall, okay? He liked having me there. Was I perfect? No, but who is? All these people who tout themselves as being so sane, with Marion at the top of the list. Oh, I'm so sane. You're crazy. You're crazy. A lot of them are crazier than everyone who they label crazy, okay? This is a joke. My mother wants me at her house temporarily while I find a new place to live, and she can't have me there because of my cunt of Aunt Marion's lies? Fuck that.